This is excerpt number 4, Yom Kippur, the prophecies to that great whore of whores. The prophecies 2, subtitle to that great whore of whores. According to ASAP, anointed Saint Apostle Paul. Take away her Olympians and her athletes. She will be reduced to the status of a fourth world, replacing the pure gold with any other like Ashkenazi. Will do nothing because we are dealing in birthright alone. That is precisely the alchemic effect upon the impression or fingerprint of Judah and transmutation of things upon our very touch of. If the Colosseum has taught us anything from the ancient ways, is that the crowd is overly fickle for blood. Her military is nothing but queers and faggotry. Any opposing force would suffer absolutely no guilt of conscience. Succulent and ripe for exploitation by any real military regime, or the unification of many great military forces. The driving force behind most migration patterns to the West are futile, as one must have patrons to open a business within a community not their own or of their forefathers. And with the pending prophecies of the saints, the infrastructure of the medical system will be overwhelmed till its engine locks out. Then it's Geronimo from there, on the highways and byways, after her supplies run out. Other structures will dilapidate outright. These pending dooms are the recompense for grievances on the mental plane by them. A utter refusal to let go of the enslaver mentality, aiding and abating that beast system with its lethal centralized character assassinations or attempts, with no rebuttal at all, from anywhere. Who are you? Why have you come? Do I know you? Are we kin? Why are you following me/us? Why are you stalking us? Why are you harassing us? Are you law enforcement? Do you have a warrant? Nothing. Still subject to their old ways of viewing Hebrews as personal properties, whose livelihoods can be traded like sports cards. If you question them, they just laugh in megalomania fashion at the bottom of the genetic totem pole, vexed to see himself at the top. In that place, there are little to none of any concept to privacy. Even when its Hebrews travel beyond her borders because they come from her, and in part for grossly negligent government, that in all fairness were likely put into position as a recompense for the wicked by the wicked, for the deletion of the would-be clay that would have been pleasing to the eyes of the Lord, removed from the prior generation inside the womb. Many of her women are pedocentric. On the same token, expose their own young to trappings of the kill net, both highlighting and auctioning their young off to any scout of the elite. Now you see them, and not you don't. Based on sexual preferences of oligarchies, or worse, a local cretin. Regards to overall motive and who, what, where, when, why of typical migration patterns today to that slum. Regards to ulterior motive of inwardly paradigms and seeking who, what, where, when, why, there is a central theme. Insidious, unmistakable signature or underlying current that connects the entire herd. Irregardless of how many different species exodus like moths to a flame, hypnotized by the former glory of Lucifer. A uniform, overly pronounced, deep-seated, extreme hatred, intolerance, rage, disdain, malice, contempt, bitterness, unforgiveness of nothing, prejudice, unlawful discrimination towards Judah. However, the shadow bands of the kill net, per mandate of the Lord, are so bad, in part brought forth this book. Effect alters the environment, climate change of, spiritually, with each new migration of any magnitude. Prophecies 3. Approximate Midwest time, ish, 07/26/2041, 12 a.m. Pray for the strength to clean up your house. Move your lips. Say something. Say anything. Father, Abba Yah, please help me. Anything. Romans chapter 10, verse 9 to 12. Matthew chapter 6 through verse 9 through 13. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. Galatians chapter 5, verse 22. Romans chapter 6, verse 23. John chapter 14, verse 6. John chapter 3, verse 17. 1 John chapter 1, verse 9. Philippians chapter 4, verse 13. Psalms chapter 82, verse 5. Be born again in the risen Christ. For brand new start time. For a brand new start timeline. No minutes all over again. A fresh start as an embryo in the risen Christ. Do you have the Dragon Balls? Question mark. Till this day, Walter Payton is my all-time favorite, period. I remember this movie that officially debuted this mad titan. All the seats in the theater were sold out, period. Next book, TikTok. Follow me. I will show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Next to the living word of Almighty Abba Yah. This water shall be your last. Quote, dating advice, end quote, is of the world, and we are not. John chapter 15, verse 19. Your discernment will elevate many-fold thanks to the power of the Holy Spirit within a vessel of honor, obedience. You will never view a, quote, bad, B-A-D, end quote, quote, bitch, end quote, the same ever again, nor will you succumb to the spells, witchcraft, tricks of the enemy through them. It's an easy calculus. Without the blood, any can be possessed. Yet under the blood, any can only be tormented for a cycle, yet nothing more. For the sake of reprisals, metaphysical transmutations, personal growth and development, synonymous. There are many pattern recognitions in this book. It would behoove you to remember. Ungodly women are the devil's muses. For even the state of Israel bans pornography, yet weaponized it against the Palestinians. in a modern warfare.